And in the Champions League tonight is Real Sociedad versus PSG. It's 2-0 at the moment to PSG. Julien Laurens joins us now, French football expert. Hello, Julien.
Hello, guys.
Hello, Julien.
Are you excited about tonight? PSG going to steamroll a Sociedad again?
You know, you're asking me the question, but you know already the answer. It's never that straightforward with PSG. You know that I've just arrived in sunny San Sebastian.
Yeah.
And not that there's much atmosphere within the city center right now, but I think Anoeta tonight is going to be rocking, really. They lost 2-0 in the first leg. They haven't won for a while. It's been a really tough start of the year for Real Sociedad, but you never know. An early goal, and this PSG team obviously has crumbled in the past, as I'm sure you will remind me very soon. So we'll see, but really PSG are favourites still.
Julian, you mentioned about an early goal for Real Sociedad. Let's be fair, they're the Everton of La Liga, aren't they? Because they can't score goals. Just look, they haven't scored in, I think it's 4 in the last 8 at home.
Yeah, you're right, Perry. Yeah, and they've had loads of injuries. And to be fair, the group stage, they played so well. When they had all their strongest 11, they've got some really, really good football players. Emmanuel is a really good coach. They play with a lot of intensity. But as we saw in the first leg, when a few players are not at their best or missing, when they can't keep up the intensity for the whole 90 minutes, they struggle. And PSG were not very good in the first half at the Parc des Princes 3 weeks ago, but much better in the second half when Real Sociedad struggled a bit physically and they didn't take the chances. PSG did, but at the time, Kylian Mbappe was still the best player in that PSG team. Right now, it doesn't seem that Luis Enrique agrees with that anymore.
Well, that's the $64,000 question. Does he start? And if he starts, how long does he last?
This is crazy. I mean, yesterday we asked Luis Enrique and he said, maybe he will start, maybe he will not start. It's just like, who knows? He said, well, I think you know, Luis, and we would all like to know. I think Kylian himself would like to know. It's incredible. Really, I've never seen anything like this before. When we talk about a world-class top player, I don't know, imagine Pep benching someone because the player was leaving in 4 months' time. I didn't see it coming. It looks like Kylian saw it coming in a way. He knew that could happen. I find him mad that he's PSG's best player, and yet you take him off after 45 minutes at Monaco on Friday at 0-0. He was on the bench the weekend before and the weekend before as well. I just don't know. For me, it's clear a punishment for him not wanting to stay in Paris and extend his contract. Luis Enrique says it's just a choice that he makes for the team to get used to playing with Kylian next season when he won't be there anymore. I don't think that's really honest from him. I just think it's a punishment.
Yeah, punishment and a power trip from Luis Enrique. Let's be fair, because it's easy to do what he's doing now with Mbappe when you're 9 points clear at the top of Liga from Brest, right? So so basically it's a power trip and he's putting him in his place. Yeah,
you're right, completely. That's what I wrote in my ESPN article today as well. And Luis Enrique, let's not forget, doesn't like big stars. When he was at Roma, he was a really young manager more than 10 years ago. He clashed with Totti. When he was at Barcelona, the first season, he clashed with Messi really badly as well. And yet they finished that season winning the treble. So all in all, it was not too bad. But there was a time where Messi snubbed him, didn't want to come off when Luis Enrique decided to take him off. Then he benched him the next day. And so there was big tensions. And when he was the Spain manager, it was him the star, nobody else. I really think he doesn't want big stars in his teams. And I think now he found the opportunity to flex his muscle. You're right, Perry, to just show who is the boss in that dressing room in there, because Kylian won't be there next season and he knows that.
So replacement for Kylian Mbappe, someone who has got abundance of talent but doesn't necessarily work hard off the ball. Off the top of my head, Marcus Rashford maybe. What is that? The likelihood? Because when he goes, PSG are going to have a stellar signing, aren't they?
Yeah, you're right. At the moment, certainly, Rashford is not in the short list that the PSG have drawn. They've had a plan in case Kylian was leaving, and now, as they know he's leaving, they can activate the plan. On that plan, you find Bruno Guimaraes, for example, Bernardo Silva from the Premier League, Osimhen and Leao from Serie A, and a young defender from Lille in France, Lenny Yoro, who's only 18, but maybe the most gifted player of his generation that a lot of English clubs are also following. So right now, this is the short list. Ideally, they could sign 2 of those 5, maybe 1, maybe 3. It depends, of course, a lot of things. Rashford is not there. He might be there. Remember, last summer and even the summer before, his brother met with Nasser Al-Khelaifi, the PSG chairman, but that was more to please Mbappe. Mbappe wanted to play with Rashford. They're good friends. Now that Kylian is leaving, I'm not so sure how relevant the Rashford link is.
What's the score going to be tonight, Julien?
I said I don't want my nerves. I don't want my heart to start beating. That's the issue. I take a 1-1 draw, nice, easy, stressless. I don't want more pain, please.
Is that with PSG scoring first?
Oh yeah, that's what you want. Yeah.
Ideally, yes, that would be good. I don't want Paris' idea of them scoring first.
Merci and bonne chance. Au revoir.
Merci, à bientôt.
Au revoir.
Well, there we are.
Monsieur.
That was French, Perry.
If beaucoup, you meant thanks a lot, actually. Merci beaucoup. Je m'appelle Perry.
There we are.
J'habite Colchester.
Tony Cascarino. He's played in France.
Oh yeah, was he Franglish?
I don't know. He's got 7 kids, so he must be something.
On AM, on DAB, via the talkSPORT app and on your smart speaker. talkSPORT.